From Baltimore, this is the Good Reporter Show with your host, John Good. Hello everybody, I'm John Good, and welcome to our very special New Year's Eve edition of the Good Reporter Show. Well, this is only 4 days away for the JGN's 10th anniversary Royal Ball celebration. So it has to be a good day to celebrate the new year. So it has been a very amazing year so far. So during the 2025 or 2026 season. So we're here live at the Storybook Auditorium in Disneyland in California. And if those who don't know why, I'm wearing a same bow tie from our last year's presentation. So, and this we didn't recommend it about it. You know, I'm having a good time during Disneyland's 70th anniversary celebration throughout this year. It makes everybody cheer up. So for now, I'm having a good time. So, you guys ready for the news? Today's forecast is today's forecast on the JGN's Good Weather segment is cloudy with a chance of sprinkling the confetti and streamers. It will be arrived at 11:50 p.m. There's going to be a lot of clouds out there, so bring your umbrella, and we'll get ready for wearing this confetti. Get ready to sprinkle the confetti outside of New York City and from around the country. So, is we didn't recommend it about it because next year on JGN hopefully we're gonna celebrate JGN's 10th anniversary Royal Ball celebration. So this is gonna be a lot of excitement around here. So on JGN's upcoming events for JGN's JGN's special event and JGN's 10th anniversary celebration. Hopefully we're going to get prepared for our JGN's 10th anniversary special. Hopefully we're going to do an encore presentation of JGN's and New Year's Eve in 2026, Mickey and Minnie dancing at Disneyland. But that didn't make sense. So to tell you, I just say this. Let's talk about JGN's New Year's Eve 2026 24-hour telethon celebration for continuing the coverage. So this is a topic after it's been on it for 24 hours, or it's been on it for 24 hours, or is it after all of a big event from our last year's presentation? But unfortunately, because I'm having a good day from all of us. So without any further ado, I went to the Storybook Auditorium at the Storybook Castle. I just went there, and I just tried to go to a Disneyland in California, and when I saw the happy costumes with it is so adorable. But eventually, because it took a long time to make a decision about this. Well, recently, this year in 2024, next year in 2026, hopefully we're going to get ready for America 250. And this will be JGN Celebrates America 250. It will be the biggest American birthday celebration in the history of America. It's just going to be like a countdown to JGN's JGN celebrates America 250. It would be the biggest birthday of a century. The biggest birthday of a quarter of a millennium. I'm gonna wear a American tuxedo with a blue coat, red vest, and red bow tie. This is hopefully next year in July 2026, we're gonna get ready for the biggest birthday celebration of a quarter of the millennium. Well, so hopefully we'll get ready for this. So JGN celebrates America 250 will be coming up very soon. Coming up in July 4th, 2026. And starting at 8/7 Central. Right before that is 6 p.m. is JGN's celebrates 250th birthday of America. And in the other news, John Good made the investigation about the Game Show Masterpiece Television Network, the bankruptcy, Chapter 13 bankruptcy. That has to be original plan, and then changing into a Mid-Atlantic game shows. It has to work. So, after all of over the years, JGN celebrates Disney 100 and it became a major success. So without any further ado, and this you may don't know why. So without any further ado, let's do a special recap for JGN's first year. On the first year, I made the identification of a John Good Network YouTube channel, the first ever identification. It shows the clips are from game shows and Pokemon and some of the other video game cartoon shows. And I made a first ever original JGN's series called Punch Your Face in Knockout Kings 2000 series. It is a huge success. It is a huge success, and anyway, call me John Good, the Media Boy. It's a pretty cool show to watch, and then I won a lot of games. And then on the final episode of Punch Your Face in Knockout Kings 2000 series, and I picked a wrong costume, is Serena outfit for Pokemon, and I was recently fired for doing this. And and then few videos later, and I recently deleted from YouTube due to the publicizing restrictions on my YouTube channel. So that's my history of that one. So on the second series, which is NFL Blitz series, and I lost many times. They tried our quest to defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I just throw the controller on there, and I just put on safety that has to be disqualified, and I was feeling misunderstanding about this for now, and it is supposed to be put the if you get safety, we're not doing a disqualification for now. And if it gets safety, then the other team will get 2 points. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. And then it gets 2 that makes sense. And we have to fix this series. It doesn't count. Everybody at home, goodbye. That makes sense. That's the NFL Blitz series. And so just a quick really reminder, everybody at home. The Good Intern show will be coming up in a few years. So I went to the Texas complete coverage on JGN in Texas. And I just recorded a video on a Ben 10 episode. It's not working due to the copyright reasons for YouTube, because it's owned by Warner Brothers and Discovery. I'm terribly scared. I'm terribly sorry for doing that. So right now, it might take a long time to make a public domain in the future years. And then after that, I made too many stupid videos episodes for the recent years, and I'm feeling unhungry for getting a steak at in Texas. I was feeling a little scared about children, and I want to get back home in Maryland. This is first and only time to go to Dallas, Texas, and this has to be my very last time to go to Dallas, for first and only time. And I tried to go to on the last time. So that's the last time to go to Dallas, Texas, and it's just super hot to go. I can't go back. That's the good experience for them. And I went to the Texas State Fair, and I won a little bit of money, but no, I didn't win money. But this is the lost. I can't go. I can't make it anymore. No, that doesn't count. So that makes a lot of sense. Coming up next on the Good Reporter Show is we're gonna have on more recap for JGN's for the past 10 years of JGN. This is going to be a lot of work to do. Thank you so coming up next on JGN's Good Reporter Show New Year's Eve special, we're gonna take a look back at we're gonna continue to look back at JGN's 10 great years, good years. We'll be right back right after this. That's pretty good. We'll be right back. Welcome back to JGN's Good Reporter Show. So let's continue the recap on JGN's 10th anniversary recap. So let me tell you something about that. Let me tell you something. The JGN's 10th anniversary will be coming up and around the corner. Okay, so let's do this. Let's have a My Good Experience episode. Are you having a good one? Because I went to the Bay Sox games, and I went crazy around here, and for those who don't know why, this is a My Good Bay Sox experience. This will be my first ever My Good Experience episode. And I just say this would be the best series for JGN, very best series. It has to be one of the 3 successful shows for JGN: Punch Your Face and Outcome Kings 2000 series, Blitz series, and even My Good Experience shows, experience show. And so without any further ado, let's talk about. And let me tell you, the Wheel of Fortune Live, it's supposed to be uploaded to YouTube. That's not going to work because that is copyright material by Sony. And I tried to review, and I'm sorry, I just say this. This might be a first video because of a copyright lawsuit by Sony, and I recently deleted from YouTube. But then I told the original content creators of JGN, we have to do something a bit more original game shows specifically. And the original game show content is supposed to make original content for JGN content creators, just like everything else. I'm just saying because I met Mark L. Wahlberg and Randy West. There are 2 game show icons, and I send to say that to give everyone a fair because I tried trying to make a copyright material like Sony because I'm trying to say I'm so sorry to tell you. I like you, Randy West and Mark L. Wahlberg. I guess that everybody can like him. I like him, right? Randy West is one of the best television personalities. So does Mark L. Wahlberg. I guess that everybody can like him, right? And also my Disney, and as also, and those who don't know why, I love everything about Disney. Disney is one of the most popular franchises in the world. And I made, and a lot of people don't know why, I remembered the Walt Disney World 50th anniversary coverage videos, and it's just supposed to be, that has to be one of the most popular ones. It is going to be rivalry of a Disneyland's 50th anniversary, and let's hope we're going to get prepared for the event one. I'm going to just say this. So Disneyland's 50th anniversary would be the next one. Hopefully we're going to make it in the next one. So, and also right before the iridescent outfits is Disneyland's 50th anniversary. I just remembered in the 2005 Rose Bowl, it has a Mickey Mouse that's flipping the coin, and then it shows heads. That makes sense. There's a Texas horns and thingies, the devil horns. No, that doesn't have the ones. So, and also the Orange Bowl within the same appearance of the last football game. And right before the event of Disneyland's the 50th anniversary, and it has to be one of my favorite anniversaries in my life. And also back in recent years, I went to Disney. I went to Walt Disney World for Disneyland's. No, I'm not really, but it's just virtually. I just watched a lot of Disney parks live streaming and content for that one. This is going to be a lot of work to do, and my favorite is Disney Plus Day 2022 live stream event. For it's just a one time, and it's just two time event for 2 years. But unfortunately, Disney Plus Day will be unable to come back. Will be ineligible. And will be unable to come back for the next year, because of it. Because the prices are continue to rise. That has to be one of the best and it's not that best, but it's a worst campaign in Disney history. I hope it's gonna be has to be a lot of work to do. I don't think so. Coming up next on JGN's Good Reporter Show, we're gonna get ready to talk about one of the worst shows and I recently deleted on my YouTube channel, which is currently failed. We'll be right back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, John Good. Welcome back to the Good Reporter Show. And today is only an hour and a half away for the new year. So let's continue the coverage of the JGN's New Year's Eve 2026 24-hour telethon celebration for this. And to just tell you, we have a lot of performers here in Disneyland in California and JGN Studios in Maryland from last year for this. So without any further complaints. So this year, I don't think we're gonna have a same outfits from last year for this. So now last year's JGN's New Year's Eve 2025, it became one of the lowest rated show in YouTube history. But it needs to bring them back because 2 years ago, back in 2020, in JGN's New Year's Eve 2023, December 31st, 2023, which is 123 day, is a one-time weird celebration event. One-time event. It is a major success. And I stayed up and dancing with Mickey and Minnie all day long. And I went to, and I can't, and I to tell you because I can't stop dancing. So without any further complaints, this has to be a huge goodbye for this. And then 1 year later, a year after, then 123 day is a major and complete success. So let's talk about the 24 Hours Until a New Year series. So I'm trying to film on the December 31st, this original plan, but I'm sorry, and to tell you, because I made a huge mistake about this. The JGN's New Year's Eve 2024, and it's just supposed to be a countdown to the New Year's Eve 2024 update videos. It has to be it has to be weirdest show on JGN history. My brother is right. And let me tell you, Disneyland in California would be one of the most popular places to celebrate the new year. Unfortunately, the JGN's New Year's Eve 2026 will be unable to start at JGN's 24 hours into a new year. Will be unable to start of a new season due to the viewers are crashing. So, also let's talk about the Swift Girls. Swift Girls is the biggest ripoff of Taylor Swift. So let me tell you that. Let's tell you a backstory. So back in the 90s, Swift Girls are invading in America with a big earthquake, giant earthquake with a 6.5 magnitude, and all of the tuxedos has been destroyed, and people are running away. And I used the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers clips, and so does the Superhuman Samurai Super Squad, and the Pokemon XY clips with girls in it, and that's not going to happen after all. And also it's supposed to be deleted, and I just recorded it some sort of like an event or something like that. But so in case you missed it, because I deleted a lot of videos, and right now we have to delete lots of videos, and I made a 25 years of a new millennium coverage videos. So, and then for a few months later, I made it in the entire event of JGN's New Year's Eve 2025, and I just love New Year's Eve event all the time, and that's how I do it. And I'm researching a lot of videos, and I just hate the new internet, but it's just bad. And then I just recognized these outfits for Disney 100 outfits from 2 years ago, from 2023. I was feeling sad about the because the viewers are dropping, and I'm losing interest about the new year. But right now I'm coming back to I'm bringing back the New Year's Eve event that I used to have it from a few months ago. I will return to celebrate the new year for this. So thank you all for being patient. And thank you for waiting patient with me for this. And it ended very well. And I saw Mickey and Minnie Mouse is wearing a birthday cake outfit. I just don't like it. And but he's not like it, but he's good. But it's just silly. So hopefully next year in 2026, hopefully it's gonna be good. So that's how we talk about this. Coming up next, we're gonna take a look back at some one of the failed shows in my life: Curse versus Blessed commercials and Cat versus the Giants. We'll be right back, right after this. Welcome back to JGN's Good Reporter Show, New Year's Eve special. Today we're going to talk about one of the failed shows on JGN history. Well, let's talk about the first video. This first series is going to be failed. The Cat versus the Giants. Cat versus the Giants. It's supposed to be. I used to make a development in 2012. From over 10 years ago, over a decade ago, and I made it in a series called Cat vs. Giant, Cat and Hat, Bowser, Grinch, Zazu, known as Donald Duck, Alien, Shrek, and every character I found. And I supposed to be, and I squealing a lot in my room, and I just trashed this place, and I was squealing too much, and then it ended in a king, cat, and a hawk. That's the cock and the hawk, whatever that is. That's just not going to not make sense. It's Cat in a Hat. And then I made songs for a Cat in a Hat, and the Cat versus the Giants, called Bon Jovi, You Give Me a Love and a Bad Name song. It's just not working. It's not working. It is due to the copyright material, and I made Star Wars videos, and Star Wars songs because of a copyright, and I put Flash Gordon videos, and then I put it on YouTube. That's failed. That's failed. That's a ripoff of a Flash Gordon episodes. That's the one of the worst shows on JGN, and I deleted a lot of shows. That's not working. That's it. It became a copyright strike. So I made a series called for the second series, and then recently failed, is Curse versus Blessed commercials. I tried to make it a Curse versus Blessed commercials starring John Good and Chatronic and Raps the Mommy. That's the true character, and it's not Raps the Mommy. It's Josh the Mommy. And the Stairs Teeth is a ripoff of that monster with a rad thing, representer thing, do it yourself store. It's like this, and because there has to be a game called Beware of Stairs Teeth needs more teeth. That's a critics said the stairs needs more teeth. Rated. It says rated M for mature. So is it? Let me tell you why I have a ton of haters in the air, and to be 100% honest, I can see why. I can see why. Let me tell you, the Curse versus Blessed commercials. I saw that a Rad and R&D do-it-yourself store. It's supposed to be and it has to be translated into Bulgaro, and then translated to avoid hollowers. It's from English. That's from the English. And I accidentally pushed the button with this "Hail to the Great Cursed King" with it raised up in the hands, and I pushed the golden cursed button. That's a ripoff, ultimate a ripoff. And I wasted a lot of money on the confetti and streamers, and then it falls down and felt falling down and flying all over the place. And then I give it automatically a 10 out of 10. And Chris is gonna be very, very angry about this. That's super ironic. It could be because of it. I deleted lots of episodes of Curse vs. Bless commercials. That's failed. That has to be one of the failed shows, one of the most failed projects of JGN history. And in my reality, that's not going to happen. So in fact, the Cat vs. the Giants and Curse vs. West commercials are two failed shows. That's the most part. That's the most part. They're totally legitimate. Totally legitimate. I'm so sorry, Chadtronic. I'm not gonna make any more videos. Coming. So, and I really hope we're gonna get ready for the new season of that one. For hopefully we're gonna get ready for this. I mean, it might took a massive effort for this. For now. The time it is now 10:46 here on JGN's the Storybook Auditorium in Disneyland, California. Let's take a look. So we're now. See, now it's time for JGN's good weather update. We have a sprinkling all of the confetti in Disneyland, California to celebrate the new year. So, but hopefully we're gonna get prepared for the new year. So, you must get your umbrellas ready, and we'll sprinkle all the confetti, and we'll toss the confetti into Child. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, that's the weather update for the last time for this year of 2025. Coming up next of the Good Reporter Show, we're gonna get prepared for JGN's New Year's Eve 2026 for our final countdown to the flag drop, lowering the flag for the final seconds, and we're gonna get ready for the new year. So this would be a huge amount of episodes for this. So thank you so much for watching for this, and then we'll be right back for more JGN's Good Reporter Show right after this. Welcome back to the Good Reporter Show. For the final part of our show, right before we're gonna get ready for JGN's big night, and for the final hour of JGN's New Year's Eve 2026. This has to be one of the last one. So let's continue the recap of JGN's New Year's Eve let's continue the recap. Let's finish the recap. JGN's made a first series that is going to be a little success, which is JGN celebrates Disneyland 70th in its original title, which is JGN's Let's Celebrate If You're Happy. It's a Disneyland 70th anniversary series. And it has to be one of the best series of JGN. It makes them happy. And it has to be, we have lots of likes on this video. It is one of the best shows on JGN history. One of the best shows. Those on JGN history. So that's what it's for. And I went to Disneyland for a huge event, and I talked to Johnny Moneybags for a special announcement. So let me tell you, Disneyland in California is one of the best events in my life. So, and from me to say, and that one, it has to be one of the great shows in my life. So right now, during the JGN's 10th anniversary Royal Ball celebration, will be coming up in 4 days, and then coming up in 4 more days left until the JGN's 10th anniversary celebration. So let's do something a bit recap for that one. Do you really think so? Let's talk about let's do for this special final predictions for JGN's New Year's Eve 2026 for Disneyland's New Year's Eve celebration for this. Do you really think we're going to bring back the Disneyland's 50th anniversary outfits for our birthday for our New Year's Eve celebration in Disneyland, California, Disney's California Adventure Park for this one? Because I don't know what's going to happen. Or we'll switch into 60th anniversary instead of just birthday cake outfits. But it's just too silly to watch because it's just kind of a little disappointing in viewers, and then they do it because then during the countdown has failed to. It's too early to celebrate the new year. It's too early to celebrate the new year. It's too late to celebrate the new year without a countdown. The confetti cannons supposed to go off, and it failed. So, and I would like to thank everybody at home for over the years to say this. So thank you so much for watching the Good Reporter Show. And coming up next on JGN TV, we're going to get ready for the final hour of JGN's New Year's Eve 2026 for an epic finale. For the epic series finale of the epic final hour of JGN's New Year's Eve 2026 24-hour telethon celebration. And starting January 4th is a very special edition of JGN's New Year's Eve and JGN's 10th anniversary Royal Ball celebration. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss it. So we're joined with our special guests here on JGN television channel. Is about to dance at the ballroom of the Storybook Auditorium. You must joining with them. It will be Emerald Lagasse, Serena, Ash Ketchum, Blabani, Clement, Canonat, Bowser, Mario, Luigi, Peach, Donkey Kong, Toad, and Misty and Brock, and Pikachu, Barney, Baby Bob, BJ, and Mickey and Minnie Mouse, the legends, and stuff like that. I'm your host, John Good, and I hope to see you. I'll see you all in the final hour of JGN's New Year's Eve 2026. Goodbye, everybody, and Happy New Year. Bye-bye, everyone. Catch you later. I hope to see you all for our final hour. Bye.